여러분 뮤지컬로 익히 알고 계시는 작품이죠. 캐츠가 영화화됐다는 소식 들으셨을 겁니다. 이 영화를 연출하신 톰 후퍼 감독님이 내한하셨는데요. 이 소식을 듣고 감독님 인터뷰하고자 한 걸음에 달려왔습니다. 함께 가시죠.
In my view, still one of his.
First look to your left.
또 다정하게 호응을 나누기에 멋진 카리스마 아름다움을.
We get a spotlight and a drum roll, please.
Tonight, I choose the cat that deserves another life.
Here we go! Time has come to make the choice. Cross paws.
I'm very excited to introduce today's special guest. I'm joined by the one and only Tom Hooper, who recently transferred Cats, the musical, onto the big screen. So, could you please say a few words to the viewers of OLED TV?
Hello to the watchers of OLED TV. I'm Tom Hooper, director of Les Miserables and now Cats.
So, I imagine the screen adaptation of Cats must have posed to big challenge. What convinced you that this can be made into successful live-action film?
I think it was adding the new character Victoria, who's played by Frankie Hayward. Lee Hall, who wrote the script with me, Lee wrote the musical Billy Elliot, both the film and the stage musical, and he's a very talented writer. We came up with the idea of this new character who's abandoned by a human owner quite viciously at the beginning of the film, and kind of comes to in this junkyard and meets this sort of gang of cats called the Jellicles, and goes on this journey to discover, you know, who these cats are, why this night is special, you know, what the Jellicle Ball is. So she's kind of in the position of the audience, asking all the questions with all the curiosity that the audience has. And I think it becomes a movie the moment you sort of locate the story in the emotions of one person, and one person is leading you through, and the camera is following that one person. And of course, all the different cats are presenting different ways of living life. I mean, in a sense, Buster Jones is the glutton, is the cat who, you know, is an addict who eats too much, or Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer are the kind of petty thieves, the criminals.
Mungo Jerry
And Rumpelteazer.
We're a notorious couple of cats. Let's knock about clowns.
Quick change comedians.
This film gives us joy with the famous numbers from the original musical, including Memory, of course, and there is a new song, Beautiful Ghost, co-written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Taylor Swift. So, was there any particular song that you found yourself humming along to all the time?
The song that's been my biggest surprise is Skimbleshanks, where it's become such an amazing tap dance number, which wasn't like that in the show, and Stephen McRae, you know, is such an extraordinary tap dancer. That's a very exciting number. But the story of, you know, the song is a great story, because, you know, once we'd invented this character Victoria, Angela Weber said, well, she must have a song, and he wrote a melody about 3 years ago that was very hauntingly beautiful, but we couldn't find the right words for it. And Taylor Swift came around to Andrew's house one day to practice her number, McCavity. Andrew played her the melody of this new song, and she started to hear lyrics in her head, and over the course of a weekend wrote these extraordinary lyrics that somehow reflected back to me a really deep and nuanced understanding of what we were trying to do with the movie and what Victoria's character was all about. So through Taylor, you know, she gave Victoria this wonderful voice and managed to write lyrics that sit in the T.S. Eliot world beautifully, so I was amazed.
Something to cling to, visions of dazzling rooms I'll never get let into, and the memories were lost long ago. But at least you have beautiful ghosts.
So, just like Les Miserables, these all vocals were recorded live on set.
Yes.
Was there any special reason why you stick to this method?
I love recording vocals live on set because it gives the actors the freedom to learn about their characters and make decisions in the moment, and I think it's particularly powerful with emotion. So Jennifer Hudson singing Memory live, gives Jennifer an amazing chance to be much more emotionally raw than she could if she was sort of lip syncing a track she'd laid down a month before.
I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then.
So, in the film, Old Deuteronomy allows the most beautiful soul to be reborn. So, if you were Old Deuteronomy, how could you select the most beautiful soul?
I think Deuteronomy picks the outsider, picks the person who is prejudiced against. But the beautiful thing about the story is, of course, Victoria is key to leading Deuteronomy to that insight, and so Victoria has a role that's very transformative in the story now.
You are the Jellicle choice.
Favorite of our older TV viewers. The film comes alive with powerful sequences packed with vivid emotions. So people say musical film is a very unique genre among feature films. So not many directors can pass both. So where did you find the courage to rise to the challenge when you decided to direct Les Miserables?
Yeah, it's a good question, because having never directed a musical before, it's quite to take on Les Mis, which was like one of the most loved musicals in the world. In a sense, most films are musicals to the extent that almost all films have music almost throughout, throughout them. Like the average Hollywood movie has 80% music, so it's become accepted that music guides us through any film or every film.
A dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different no from what it seems.
The Danish Girl is one of my whole-time favorite films.
Oh, thank you.
And all the TV viewers also love this film. So this film follows the life of Lily, the Danish transgender woman in 1930s, and film shows the love between Lily and Gerda, who truly understand and care for each other. It makes us feel solemn, I think. Yeah. So what did you want to portray through the relations those two?
I think Lily was an extraordinary pioneer. I thought Gerda, her wife, was also extraordinarily ahead of her time to fully accept Lily's gender identification and the journey she wanted to go on. And I think the film attracted me because it's about the transformative power of love. Because the love that couple shared, they were able to go on this journey, and Lily was able to become herself. And it's a theme I seem to keep coming back to in my work. So sort of the power that love and kindness and compassion and forgiveness can have. Always interested in sort of characters who are in some sort of internal conflict with themselves. And, with the Danish Girl, not identifying with the gender you're assigned at birth is like a profound conflict to deal with, or being a stammerer if you're the King and the King's Speech, or being a convicted felon if you're Valjean. And I suppose in Cats, Victoria, by being abandoned, has that profound conflict of not having a home, not having parents, and one of the lovely themes of Cats is the search for acceptance, the search for home, the search for having a mum or a friend. All of us really, seek acceptance. We have different ways of going about it, but it's such a profound human theme.
It's when I dream that Lily's dreams.
So, before you say goodbye, is there anything you'd like to say to our OLED TV viewers who really love your films?
Yes, just for all the OLED TV viewers, a nation who loves music and such a passionate nation who loves emotional filmmaking. I hope you enjoy my new film.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
OLED TV